energy in buildings and where we currently sit in our efforts to reduce that. I think we've done a lot over the last 20 years, certainly compared with other countries. We're just, but I think there's lots to do. I mean, I think we are going too slowly. Certainly retrofit is going too slowly. We should be doing much more of that in the residential building stock. I think new build residential is not moving fast enough because I think the market there is doing something which means building performance and energy in particular is not necessarily a driver of the consumer decision making. I think where we've seen the real strides being made over the last few years is in commercial offices, central London commercial offices, where they are really beginning to pick up the pace and push building performance and energy in particular, and embodied carbon in particular, really hard on that. However, the nature of those buildings, sometimes they're very large, very complex, and therefore they take a long time. So we're completing buildings now that the brief was written for in 2013. So we're delivering stuff that isn't pushing far enough, and the buildings that we have got on the books that are pushing this issue aren't going to be completed till mid 2020. To my mind, it's got to be regulation. I mean, the market is not delivering, as I say, particularly in housing, it's not delivering high performance, low energy houses, high quality, low energy buildings that we require. We're seeing the market beginning to push that in commercial offices, as I say, because I think the kind of tenant base has asked for that, but even then, it could be working harder. I think measuring a building performance is complicated, and obviously different stakeholders have got different ideas of what a good building is. Therefore, we need to kind of take a round look at it. The obvious things we're looking at now are in a kind of zero carbon or net zero carbon world are operational energy use intensity and embodied carbon as a kind of key high level metric to drive our decisions. But obviously within that, the building's got to be a good one for people to use and enjoy. So it's got thermal comfort, indoor environmental quality, daylight, etc. has all got to be good within that. But then there's a kind of softer things like social value and how the building sits within a city, how it responds to townscape, how it allows people to live good, happy lives, whether they're working there or living there or both. I think we're in a climate emergency, hence zero carbon is important, but we're also in a biodiversity emergency. So ecology and how we build in a kind of biodiversity and ecological value into our buildings is really important. And also we're looking at circular economy and how we can make sure the buildings we are building or the buildings we're reusing can be reused infinitely in the future as well. So I think there's lots of key metrics that we need to look at, and we need to, architecture has always been about a bit of a compromise between, a profit motive, a social value motive, a user motive. Architecture has always been this. One of the key drivers currently is the climate emergency we're currently in. So I think that sits within that wider group of drivers and constraints that we always have as architects been attempting to assimilate into a kind of architectural whole. At AHMM, we've often talked about the universal building class in terms of planning class, which is essentially that. It's a kind of endlessly adaptable building. Our white collar factory building on Old Street, 10 minutes walk from where I'm sitting, is, I think, our kind of our most pure example of that, which is a building which has got essentially a permanent frame and then is infinitely adaptable within that space. National Energy Agency suggests that between now and 2050, the total building footprint on the planet is going to double or treble depending on how you do it. So there are going to be lots of new buildings. So we are going to have to build those buildings, and we have to build them conscious that they need to be designed to be adapted. That's whilst also obviously looking at reusing as much of the building stock we've already got.